Mic check, 1, 2. Hey, what's up? Hey guys, how's it going? Mike is live. Oh, happy, what is it, Saturday today. Carl, Eduardo, RC Marshall, what's up guys? Thanks for joining me. Sorry for the stretch. Been out in the garage working on stuff all day. So, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a lovely start to your Easter weekend. For those of you that celebrate Easter, that's tomorrow, right? Yeah, Easter is tomorrow. I do not have any plans for Easter, but I'm sure I'll probably end up doing something. Like, I never have plans, but I end up doing stuff anyways. It's kind of how things work out. But anyway, for those tuning in after the fact, hey guys, what's up? Erica here from Highway 49 RC. Hope you all are doing great. Thank you to my patrons and channel members for making what I do possible. As always, if there are audio or video issues, for those currently watching live, yell at me in the chat and I'll take care of it best I can. Today, the goal is to put some new tires on the MOA. Oh yeah, check these babies out. These are the J Concepts Landmines. Hey Aardvark, good to see you in here. Yeah, I can get some landmines going on the MOA here. The plan then is basically like, I know the limits of this machine right now with these tires. So what I'm gonna do by putting the new set of tires on is basically figure out like which ones perform better for what I want to do and for the terrain that I crawl on most regularly. And whichever ones do better, I'll leave as is. I'm not going to do anything. But the worst ones, I'm gonna cut up and make cut-and-shut tires with. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't know if I've ever actually showed them, but I have 6 or 3 pairs, 6 tires of the Proline Hyraxxes pin style comp tires. My idea is to take whatever tire is worse, cut the sidewalls off, and put the Ibex pin tread in the middle. So I kind of have best of both worlds. Because like right now, these tires, they're seriously wearing the outer corners. Like the very outer edges are getting the most wear. The central lugs look almost brand new, like they've hardly been touched. So I'm wondering if maybe if I can get kind of like best of both worlds from combining the pins and a more open style lug like this. What kind of MOA do you have, Marshall? Sounds like fun. Always good to get out and do some RCing. Okay, that sucks to hear, Carl. Yeah, that really sucks. I don't know why people do that on Instagram. It's just it's so lame. How am I? That's a great question. I'm tired right now, but we're out here, making it happen. I've gotten a lot more used to live streaming, and it's just more of a chill thing now. It's way faster for me to set up. I'm really used to it. Like I got this set up in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So like it's kind of becoming an easier thing for me to do. Yeah, I don't get Instagram sometimes. It's like what benefit does someone have from like hacking your account? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. But there's always Discord. I think Discord is pretty good about that sort of thing. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. Yeah, as far as the tires go, Marshall, they could definitely use a few more runs, for sure. Before they're like totally broken in, but like I would say that as they stand right now, like I don't think letting them break in the rest of the way is going to give me like a noticeable bump in performance, if that makes sense. I don't know if that really makes sense, but like I feel like the difference is going to be very small and hard to notice on such an insanely capable rig like this. Like there's very little that this thing can't do because of tire traction. So it's kind of I don't want to say a toss-up, I guess, but it's a bit like, I can probably get the same amount of like knowledge out of trying a new tire. Yeah, okay, I'm just going on. This doesn't make any freaking sense. I'm sorry. But I think you guys kind of understand what I mean. As far as Red Cat goes, I have not really looked at their stuff recently super hard. Like, I know that they've become really popular within the last few years, and it sounds like their quality has gone up quite a bit as well. So that's cool. It's definitely cool. For those tuning in, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful evening. It is Easter weekend for those that celebrate Easter. And for those of you that it's just a normal weekend, I hope that this is a wonderful, relaxing weekend for you. I definitely need a relaxing weekend, but you know. 2 new releases in the last couple weeks. Oh, really? Okay. Well, cool. I'll have to take a look at the new Red Cat stuff then. That's pretty lit then. Nice. I'm sure you guys probably know this, but I am so out of the loop on like the new and upcoming stuff. Like, I am on Instagram, but I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the RC stuff. Like, I just am always kind of in my own little world, so I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to what's coming out and new and stuff. Yes, so much brass, Charlotte. So much brass in this thing. Well, I was about to say brass in its ass, but it's got no brass on the ass. That would make it worse. Hey, RC fam. No worries, no worries. Just put the stream on in the background, listen in while you wrench or whatever. And my streams are not a very visual thing. It's usually a lot of chit-chatting and conversation, so good background thing to put on. You know, the Hobbywing Fusions, I should try one of those. I have yet to try one, and I've heard good things about them. But I think you're right. I think that would be probably the optimal way to go as far as like motor and ESC on an MOA. I don't know if you'd run into chassis weight problems. I mean, I doubt that you would, because I've seen people run MOAs with like chassis that are literal just sticks. It's like, how does that even work? But like, to some extent, a little bit of chassis weight can help with like articulation and suspension a bit. At least I think. I mean, I'm not going to go adding weight to my chassis just for that reason, but I'm not really looking to try and like move all the weight off the chassis, if that makes sense. It's still kind of beneficial to, so like, okay, like what I noticed with this rig is that the like if this thing is, you know, bound up in a like I don't know how to describe it. Like the axles are so heavy that like when I flip it down or when I flip it upside down, like it completely bottoms out the suspension because the axles are so heavy. But the chassis is so light that you don't want to have stiffer shocks than that, but you also want some resistance to counteract the weight of the axle as well, so it doesn't move like too easily. So I don't know, I guess it's kind of an interesting thing. I've never really thought too hard about chassis weight before, I guess. Okay. Yeah, if the Fusions have good low-end control, then I'll definitely give them a go. Are they censored? I mean, it's an all-in-one thing, so I guess if it's censored, it's all built in, but like, is it a censored brushless or is it sensorless? From what you say, it sounds like it's censored. I'm gonna chuck this back here for right now. Stay. Don't go. Okay, it is. All right then. Cool. Okie dokie. So, where to start? These are such a pain to put together. Not as bad as some. They can be a pain though. can definitely be a pain. At least it's 3mm hardware and not freaking microscopic screws. Let's see, there's a way that these come apart. Is it the back ones that are separate? Hey, Mike. Like a plumb bob. That is a great example there, Mike. I definitely agree with that. I can't get this screw back in now that I've figured out how this all comes apart. Go back in, screw. Go back in. There, thank you. That might have cross-threaded. Oops. Oh well, it's fine. What are your feelings on tube chassis, asks Carl. Well, I'm assuming we're not talking about stock chassis, in which case the Wraith is a very clunky chassis. But because I'm sure we're not talking about that, and we're talking about normal, like, custom-built tube chassis, I think they're cool. I think they look absolutely badass. And I'd love to build a tube chassis one of these days. Maybe once I practice my aluminum TIG welding a little bit more, get a little more practice with that, because right now it seems like a bit of a secret handshake to me that I don't quite know the secret to. So I'll have to practice that some more. But I have thought about doing another steel roll cage like I did for my Galanda. That was a really fun build. That was really fun. I guess, are there any specific points you want me to, like, consider or think about, Carl? You're brazing yours? Nice. I did some brazing on a really old roll cage type of thing when I was younger, before I really did much welding. It'd be cool to do something brazed again. I thought about remaking that old roll cage that I had for one of my crawlers back when I was little, and like brazing that together and stuff. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this is. Yeah, it is. It is very sensitive to heat. This is one of the front tires, so I'm gonna keep the foams the way they are. I'm not gonna put the foams that came with the new tires in here at all. I'm just gonna leave the foams exactly as they are, so the only thing that changes are the tires. I think that will be a good way to, like, really evenly test the two tires, like, just tire to tire, if that makes sense. The issue that I have kind of been having with welding aluminum, or at least TIG welding aluminum, and I need to do a little more research on it and watch some videos and stuff, but and maybe some of you guys know what the deal is and can give me some pointers, but sorry about that. You can braze aluminum? I did not know that. I did not know you could braze aluminum, if that's what you guys are saying. Does this fit in here? Oh man, it doesn't. Oh, ha ha ha! That fits so perfect. So stupid, but it fits so perfect. Well, there we go. There's my drink holder. Oh, that's awesome. But anyway, my issue that I have kind of been tackling when it comes to welding aluminum is that I think it has to do with the settings on my welder. Aluminum brazing rods. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Wait, so you're saying You're saying to braze two pieces of aluminum together, right? Not using an aluminum rod to braze steel. Is that correct? If I'm missing the point here, let me know, but I think what you're saying is there are special rods to braze aluminum together. I think that's what you're saying. But the issue that I've been having with welding aluminum is it develops like a skin on the puddle. And I think that has to do with the like etching process that happens. But I'm not really sure, and I'm not really sure what settings I need to tweak. Okay, cool, Carl. I'm not quite sure what settings I need to tweak or what I need to change. Because, like, from the videos I've seen, it's supposed to be, like, when you weld aluminum, it's supposed to be like a nice shiny puddle, from what I've seen. But it's not. It's kind of like, you know, if you heat milk in a pot, it'll, like a skin will form on it. That's kind of what it does. I know it's not supposed to do that, but I don't really know what to do about that either. Yep, they passed the smell test. Man, new tires always smell so good. These feel so sticky though, oh my gosh. And the foams in them are really, really hard, but I'm not gonna use them obviously. But actually, considering that these are such hard foams, these might actually be good to like create a dual stage with. 27.5 welds, pretty good. Okay, that's good to know, Mike. I'll have to do a little more research into that. I mean, like, I don't know what you just get, like, I mean, I guess you can get different stuff from, like, a local steel supplier, which is where I get my material from. But, oh boy. Geez, these are crazy stiff foams. Holy crap. Okay. Dude, these are so stiff. My God. Holy crap. Oh, but those are some really soft, pliable tires. I think these are going to be the ticket. I think these are going to be the ticket, Charlotte. There it is. Yeah, this stuff is like super stiff. Wow. Crazy. Yeah, these are like way, way softer and more pliable, like tread to sidewall, than the Hyraxxes are. Like the Hyraxxes are soft on the, actually I'm gonna take this foam out and I can compare. Without ripping it, obviously. Let's see. So, tire to tire. Get this out of here for you guys. Sorry about that. So, tire to tire, the landmines feel slightly softer, just pushing on them like this. The corners are less rigid on the landmines. I think because the Hyraxxes kind of have like a wraparound corner lug, like right here. I've been focusing. Sort of, kind of, not really. Anyway, it's got kind of a lug that like wraps around the corner of the tire there, and that kind of makes the corner of it really stiff. whereas the landmines don't. They, like, the lugs do kind of wrap around the corner, but not quite so aggressively as the Hyraxx tires do. If that makes sense. So, and then as far as like thickness, they feel like they're about the same thickness. The sidewalls might be a little bit thicker on the Hyraxx. But I can tell you what, the landmines feel way stickier. Like way stickier. I mean, like, I know that the Hyraxxes have had foams in and out of them a couple times, but still, it just doesn't feel anything like how sticky the landmines are. This is crazy. Yeah, I guess we'll get one of these mounted up and see what it feels like, because I've also got these, like, quote-unquote tuning rings from when I made these foams originally. So I can chuck these in there too if I need a little bit of extra support with these new tires, because if these are too soft, I have something to add a little bit of support. Like, and I could trim off some of the, like the inner piece too. But like together, that would give a pretty nice squish, I think. If it needed that, but I'm digging this. This is ridiculous, but it's cool. And there's no really inside or outside, left or right, forward or back. Not really. Okay. I should have vacuumed up my workbench before I sat down to stream, but I did not. Oh well. Such is life. I think these are gonna need the tuning rings. These feel way softer. Like, where's the other front one? Okay, let me get this bolted up. Darn it, I gotta get rid of my drink stand. That's lame. Lame. Uh-oh. Okay. Like, uh-oh, if it got stuck on there, that would be bad. Ooh. Interesting. I hope these rings fit. Oh yeah, they should. Actually, these might fit on my wheels better than the Hyraxx. No. I think they fit worse. Oh, that's annoying. My rings are they're just a little too small. I really don't want to make new rings, but I might have to one of these days. Alright, this is going to be such a pain. Such a pain, but alright. That's why we're here. That's why we're streaming it, because this is not exactly a super fun, happy, joy, full process. No, not really. So what else is on you guys' minds? Do you guys have any projects that you are currently contemplating working on? Or like daydream builds? If that makes sense? Commence profanity. Yeah, for real. Carl, why not? I'm guessing you're saying, why not make new rings? Well, because I could, but I don't want to, you see? Oh man, this actually really might not work too well. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, okay. Let's at least give this a fair shot. Find myself a couple screwdrivers or two. And get on with it. Oh brother, okay. It's really just a matter of getting the screws started. Oh, no, not really, not today. Today's live stream is not exactly, well, it is fun. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. But the task that I'm currently attempting to accomplish is very frustrating. Very frustrating task indeed. We'll see how long this takes me. I don't remember what my hypothesis was for how long it was going to take, but I think the answer is too long. And I think I need to change how I make my wheels. So maybe I will make another set. Or, okay, maybe not a full set, because my god, the amount of work to make all the freaking standoffs and spacers and stuff. But maybe at least some new inner rings. Because these are not gonna fit. Excuse me. Yeah, I've never done the 1.9 to 2.2 stretch before, but I've heard it can be difficult. And I now see why. Although, well, okay, these might get clamped together very, very jankily. But we'll see. Yeah, the bead on these is just like so thick. I gotta use a screwdriver down the back of it to kind of pull the bead out. It's just such a terribly finicky process. And these tires are so sticky too. Does not help. Well, guys, this was not exactly, what I anticipated here. Not at all what I anticipated. Let's see, how can I maybe make this work? Hey, Lutak. I'm doing alright today, Lutak. I'm a little bit tired, but not too bad. Been busy working on a video today, which I don't know if you can see what it is. It's just hiding over here under some stuff. So that's a project that is being worked on today, or that got worked on today. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, I think this will work. I just need to freaking be aggressive. Cause like I got the back bead pretty much where it needs to be. Almost. Just getting the front bead where it needs to be. So I think it'll work. It's just a matter of wills. Gotta have some chill time every now and then. I'm gonna try and make some time for myself to chill tonight. maybe watch a little TV or draw or something like that. Just super low key, or read. Let's see. I almost want something a little slippery to try and get these to slide in here. Oh, like sand down the bead, you mean, Lutok? That's not a bad idea, actually. Squish factor of the foam currently is squishier than the Hyraxxes. Little soapy water, yeah, that could work. And yeah, I could sand them down a bit. I just don't really want to do that on stream. That's the thing. 'Cause A, it's noisy, can't talk while I'm doing it, and yeah. These are 2.9s, Tony. They're for my custom MOA crawler. Not sure if you've seen the series or not, but if you have not, it is on my channel homepage, so you can go check that out if you like. Okay, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna try and take off some of these standoffs. So that I can actually get the bead in there and then try and like force them back, if that makes any sense. Dremel ASMR? I suppose. Well, also, I don't want to do that in my room. That's the other thing, is I don't want to make a giant mess of friggin' rubber in my room. Because, I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't sound terribly appealing. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here, but... I like it, Nosy. Okay, this might actually work here. Oh, I'm dropping things. Oh boy. Yeah, this may work, actually. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the standoffs out. So like you see how my wheels have those standoffs in there? I'm taking those out just to get the beads seated, or at least not all of them, but like a couple of them just to get the beads seated. And then I'll go back and like force them in, if that makes sense. Because like it's easier to squish a standoff against the bead than it is to squish the bead between the it's easier to squish the standoff against tire bead than it is to squish the tire bead between the standoff and the ring. Boy, that is confusing as hell. But I think that will help me a bit. Like it's already seeming to help a little bit, so that's good. Yeah, you know, people, I was watching something on Instagram about, I don't know, I don't remember if it was racing or, I don't remember what it was exactly, but they were talking about like testing tires, and like they were saying like we only, like every time, no, they were saying that every time they make a modification to their crawler, they wash the tires. Because that's the most, or like, because then that gives like the best baseline or something like that, I think is kind of what they were getting at. Like the best baseline of a test platform, because like if your tires are all muddy and silty, like, you know, you can change something about your rig, but you're not gonna like know if it helped because your tires suck. So if you wash them, it levels the playing field, I think is kind of what they were saying, which makes sense. But also, like, you full scale guys go and wash their tires before every time they go out on a muddy trail? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, maybe some guys do, but like, you know, none of them, when they like set up camp for the night, are like, okay, let's break out the water and the soap and wash our tires, you know? Shoe gel cleaner. Huh. Okay, that's an interesting one. Never heard of that before. Well, I may get like a little bit of Vaseline or something to like help get these beads to slide in here, because these are, it's just so sticky. I don't really want to do soapy water, but I don't know if Vaseline would be worse. Probably would be. Making progress though here. We're making progress. There we go. I got the entire bead, both sides, 90% of the way seated. Nice. I might need to use some like helper screws to kind of get the standoffs started and then force them in. Oh yeah, this is the way to do it, guys. This is absolutely the way to do it. Like, it's pretty much no effort to push that standoff into place now. All right, we got it down packed. We've got ourselves a method. Aw, yeah. I like it. I think you're asking about the axles, Utak. I bought them. Those are from a company called Deluxe Fab. They are pretty pricey, but they're kind of the best axles on the market. There are others out there, but for what they are, they're kind of the best. They are the Deluxe Fab Super Lights. Maybe someday I will try designing my own axles, but I'm not sure. Okay, here's a question, guys. What would be a company called Deluxe Fab? Here, I'll put it in the chat. If I can work my mouse over here. Deluxe Fab. Boop. There you go. A 600 size hybrid brushless motor. That sounds cool. I'd want to see that. That sounds really neat. And those crazy ESCs that I'm pretty sure it was you that was talking about them last time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hard to remember stuff. Okay, I think I am gonna have to go find some sort of lubricant to do this with, because this is gonna be ridiculous. Okay, right on, right on. Oh, jeez, okay. This is something else, guys. This is difficult. Oh, I need something to put this on so I can press down. I'm looking. What about that? Did that work? It might work. Nope. I need like a smaller one of those pistons that I use for my vehicle stands. What could I use? I have no idea. I got no idea what I could use. Oh well, I guess I'm gonna figure it out. Maybe the answer is a longer screw. That might be the answer here. I gotta try and force this all the way down in there. My gosh. It's KY by the 55-gallon drum. What's KY? Oh, it's a water-based lube. Okay, there we go. I can read. Don't worry, guys. A C-clamp. A C-clamp. Okay, I got it. I'll be right back, okay? Don't go anywhere now. Where's my cursor gone? There it is. Okay, ta-da! I have C-clamps. I think this will work. I think. Good gosh. This is literally sitting sideways in here. This is not ideal. There. Let's see if I can get this clamped in here. I don't know how this is gonna work, but we're gonna find out. And maybe I will be making a new set of flippin' rings for these tomorrow. I don't know. I think the C-clamp's a jam, guys. Oh yeah. Yep, that's it. I'm definitely gonna use some Vaseline on the next one though, because dear God. C-clamp seems to be the way to go. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, brother. See, now this is all, oops, angled funky. Okay, let's crank this side down a little bit, straighten things out a bit. Nice, I like it, I like it. It's looking nice. It's a little weird looking, but that's okay. Sad thing is I probably have to take this back apart to put the frickin' tuning rings in, but oh well, I guess that's okay. Got all night, right guys? Got all night, at least I do. I ain't gotta be anywhere tomorrow. Okay. So we can get this screw in here. Come on. Jeez. There it is. Wow, so difficult. Yeah, I should make it, like, if I end up doing this a lot, I will make a new tool. But I think really what I just need to do is make bigger rings, or like take these rings. Actually, no, here, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take these rings tomorrow. Well, okay, if I decide to tomorrow. I'm probably not going to because I'm working on another video, but if I keep using these wheels, I'm gonna take these rings, cut them, stretch them open a little bit, and put a little, like, weld in a little piece of metal in the middle to make them bigger. Basically do this, like cut them, stretch them open, put a piece of metal in there, and weld it. Okay, there's one that's missing one. This guy. Right, okay. I think it's just a matter of getting the technique down. And once we do this, it'll go pretty quick, I hope. But get me talking, guys. Get me talking. I don't want to be sitting here just doing this. What's the idea you've got, Carl? There we go. Got that one. Alright, I've got all the screws are threading into their standoffs. The old tires, these ones are not worn out. They're just like, I wanted to try something different. That's all really. I just kind of wanted to try something new, see how something different works, see if these work any better. Yeah, that's it. These are definitely, I think these need the tuning foams in them. These feel too soft. They feel like they're gonna get scrunched up way too easily. Yeah, I think they're gonna get scrunched up too easily. I suppose I could temporarily bolt them onto my MOA real quick and just see what the weight of it does to them. Yeah, let's do that real quick actually. Just see how the weight affects it. See what it looks like it wants to do if it side hills, you know, like kind of figure out. See, okay, see, I got that mounted pretty much. It's just a little fussy. Okay, cool. Yeah, just shoot me a picture somehow when you're done with it there, Carl. Although I am noticing that it is kind of wrinkling the tires just slightly. Not the best, but how in the world? It is, Mike, yeah. It is indeed offset up front. Like, it's set in, it's in the front, it's not offset to one side. Hey, thanks, Aardvark. What does the average person who owns 3 lawnmowers dog look like? I don't think I want to know what their dog looks like, Aardvark, if they own 3 lawnmowers. I'm not quite sure I want to know the answer to that. Like, just so I'm 100% clear on what you're asking, my battery is up front, but are you talking about the front to back balance or left to right balance? Just so I'm clear. Because I don't want to be going off on tangents that are irrelevant to what you asked. Okay, these aren't annoying, but they're not too bad to do actually. Okay. Left to right. It's not really, actually I'm gonna grab it real quick right now. Anyways. I ain't got enough space. There's so much stuff everywhere. Oh my God. But such is the way of the RC addict. On this one, no. On this, my batteries on the MOA are very evenly spaced. One here, one here. It's super evenly weighted left to right. On my Shafty, however, originally before I made the new motor mount, or the new, sorry, before I made the new servo mounts, it was offset to one side. But the servo was on the other side. So like the battery was like, say there's a space divided into 3. The battery takes up about 2/3, servo takes up another third, so that counteracts, like, if that makes sense. But yeah, I can see where you're getting that from the Shafty servo mount video. Okay, so I need to compare stiffness. I'm thinking I'm gonna put the tuning foam in. I'm thinking I'm going to. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I'm gonna do here because I I think it's gonna be too, a little bit too squishy. Like the Hyraxxes they're stiffer. The sidewalls are stiffer than the, outside of the tire. Yes. Here you go, Carl. Hopefully that helps for you. Inside? Oh, like the inside of the tire? Like inside? Oh, okay. Cool. Sounds like you got it. Good. Yeah, the sidewalls are stiffer, partially because of the sidewall lugs, Mike, but also because of, I think they're slightly thicker and the compound itself is just stiffer. Okay, cool. Oh, nice, Strawman. How's it going? I did make the wheels, yeah. I've got a video on those in the series, in the MOA series, which is this rig, the series for this rig's build. This build, you guys know what I'm saying. I'm starting to talk gibberish now. Okay, so let me see here. The front is what I'm definitely a little more concerned about because of how much weight is in the front with all that brass. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's fairly similar. So like if I get this tweaked up like that, comparing the sidewall flex on the Hyraxx, compare that to oh geez, thanks Aardvark. Appreciate it, man. Really, really appreciate it. Why is the objective of golf to play the least amount of golf? That is the objective of golf though. I guess you're right. That is kind of funny. You know what, to be honest? Sidewall flex seems like it's about even? I mean, I think there's definitely more, it feels like there's more rolling going on with the landmines initially. Like the initial roll feels more. Like from sitting upright to like, okay, we're gonna start side hilling. Like that initial little bit of roll feels like it's more than the Hyraxx because the Hyraxx has the corner lugs. Okay. I'm gonna do the rear two next because I'm not gonna touch the foams in those. Although I did say that I was gonna leave the foams as is so I could really see the difference. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the rears and then I'll go from there. Yeah, only testing is gonna tell. For sure. I mean, it just... The corner lugs on the Hyraxx just make it so stiff. Like, it's crazy. I'm amazed, actually. Like, so much more stiff. Yeah, wow, that's pretty crazy. Man, we're doing pretty good with viewers tonight. Thanks, guys. Thank you for coming and joining and hanging out. For those I haven't said hi to yet, howdy. Happy Saturday evening. Hope you guys are having a nice chill one. For those that are just joining in, what's new with you? What's going on? You got any builds going on right now? I'm just currently putting some new tires on my MOA because I need to see which ones work better, basically. Yep, and I've already got that set up, Carl. Actually, no, it wasn't. You suggested the stiffer rear foams for the shafty when we did those, not for the MOA. Okay, this one might be maybe more difficult, might be easier. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out though. See, I could go softer with the old tires, Mike, and I did try that. I think I tried them. I don't remember what I tried them with. I tried them with some very, like, I think I tried no foam in them at one point. And there becomes a point where it just folds. Like, there's no, it may support the rig on flat ground, but as soon as you start applying any torque to the tire, it just crumples up and folds. And that, like, especially if you're climbing, the rear tire will just crumple and like get all folded up, and then that drops your back end down, meaning the angle you're going up changes, if that makes sense, because as your rear end drops down a bit, I mean, you guys can see what I'm doing with my arm, it's gonna change that, and it's gonna make you flip over more easily. So you do need some inner support. But like on the old front tires, this much of the foam is missing. So like there's this much airspace between the foam and the outside of the tire. So like it's already set up effectively like a dual stage tire, or like a dual stage foam, if that makes sense. And I guess to be fair, I did make these wheels and rings to fit these tires, so. Ew, you know. Maybe I just make different sized rings for different tires. Yeah. Different sized inner rings, I should say. Okay. And then the rear, so the rears are a little different than the fronts. The rears have holes cut in them and they're comp cut as well. Yeah, I'm just like, honestly, I think these Hyraxxes would perform really good in like soft dirt. Yeah, tire wall tear too, Tronman, you are correct. I personally haven't experienced that, but I know when I was running the J Concepts ruptures on my shafty years and years ago now, as they broke in, and got softer, like they just started to like super contort themselves, and like they got torn really easily. Yeah, I could also do 3D inserts, or 3D printed inserts. I thought about that. I haven't just gone down that. I have not yet decided to go down that route. Jeez. Noisy. Noisy things. I do know that some of these rings were slightly bigger than others, so I'm hoping that maybe the first one I did was the smallest. Wishful thinking, I guess. Foam, that'd be a good idea. That would be a good idea. Ow. Ow. Man, I friggin' smashed my finger at work this week. Between an AC compressor and an engine block. Like, you know how AC lines on cars are like really stiff? I was fighting it, like I had attached the lines to the compressor and was fighting the compressor to get it back in. And, right, Vaseline, something slippery. And it kind of got caught on something, the compressor did. And I had my hand up there, and as soon as I bumped it, like, the lines were kind of like spring-loaded, if that makes sense. And just freaking slammed that compressor onto my finger. Yeah, big ouch. I almost passed out. Plus it was cold out, right? So like, when it's cold out, like, things hurt so much more. And yes, Carl, I am running harder in the rear on these. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Use this goofy thing, Mom. Yep. I think it's goofy, but I'm gonna use it. She got me these funny little, I don't even know what they are. I think they're like little cosmetic, like little makeup tools or something. I don't wear makeup, but for like spreading grease and stuff. So yeah, there you go. I'm using them, Mom. Try 3D printing full entire. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that stuff can take a lot of trial and error to get it, like, just so, you know. Okay, let's see here. So we can get a little bit more on this side. I hope this doesn't, like, make an absolutely massive mess, but I guess if it gets on my fingers, it'll just absorb, right? Yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine. So I'm trying to think, anything else interesting happened for me this week? I guess I put a clutch in a Miata. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that on my Instagram story. That was kind of cool, I guess. It's like friggin' easiest clutch in the world to do. Had the tranny out in an hour and a half. But like from pulling the car into the shop to having the tranny out on the jack, hour and a half. I swear to you, not kidding. I started at 2:30, I rolled the car in the door. I had it out by like 5 after 4. Wait. Yeah, hour and a half. That's what that is. Okay, let's see if a little bit of lubrication helps me this time. I'm hoping so, at least. Probably need to do a little bit more than this, but that's okay. We're gonna live with it. We're gonna learn, and we're probably gonna learn that I need more. most likely what I'm about to learn. Although, well, okay. Let's not speak too soon here. I'm really good at that. No, my shop is not flat rate. Which, honestly, I'm very thankful for. Flat rate is such a... I've never worked flat rate, from what I've heard. That sounds really, really rough and cutthroat. But like with times like that, I could definitely, like, I know I could definitely make some good money on certain jobs working flat rate like that, you know? But I'm happy where I'm at right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna take out the standoffs on, so there's 6 standoffs. I'm gonna take out 4 of them, leaving 2 that are opposing, like directly opposing, to get the bead into. Yeah, it's appealing until it ain't. That's exactly what it is, Aardvark. It's appealing until you realize what's really going on there. But yeah, I'm taking 2 out, leave 2 opposing. Hopefully, that'll make these a little bit easier to get the beads set. But I guess we're gonna find out. I'm sorry, you guys are just gonna have to put up with me bitching and moaning about my freaking tire beads all evening. But if you don't want me to, get me talking about something else. Where's this one? So I'm trying to think, what else is on my mind? What could I talk about? Well, I guess I worked on the splash project today, actually. Carl, did you send it to me on Instagram or Discord? I don't remember if you're on my Discord or not. I can't keep track. Too many people, too many names, too many different usernames, one place to the next. Maybe this was not quite the right trick. Instagram. Okay, I will check in a minute here. Okay, there we go. Actually, that seemed to work okay. Let me see how much more work it's going to be to get these all the way seated here. Okay. Yeah, just let me know when you send it and I'll take a look, Carl. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. That worked out nice. Oh, yeah. Alright guys, I think I found the trick here. Oh yeah. A little bit of lube. Get 2 started on opposing sides. And yeah, that baby went right in. Nice. Okay, I definitely need to put some Vaseline on like the edges of the inner ring. not just on the face. So I'm having some trouble with it getting stuck on the outside of it. I don't know what this is like. Maybe some of you do, but I think this might be a little bit like trying to put shoes on a toddler. I don't intend to ever know what that's like. However, I would imagine that this is not far off of what that might be like. Come on. Okay, the other side went in nice. Why can't this side play nice? Oh, it's going. Almost. Oh man, it's so close. Yay! Okay, I got that little bit. Nice. Okay, let's snug that down. Putting shoes on a toddler is much easier, huh? Well, I suppose that may be the case. Man, my fingers are gonna be sore after this. Holy cow. Actually, we're getting it. This is working. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, nice. The nozzle and tube guide needs to be really clean. Oh, okay, I guess we're still talking about the 3D printing, I assume. I assume that's what that is relevant to. Yeah, pre-mounted ones are nice. Pre-mounted ones are nice. My boyfriend gets pre-mounts for his Arma Vortex and his Slash and stuff like that. He just slaps them on and goes, man. I'm just like, man, I wish I could do that. And I could, but I want to make my wheels. I want to make me own. I should make a set of 2230 wheels one of these days for a short course. For those that aren't familiar with short course wheels, one side of it has a 2.2 diameter ring, and the other side has a 3.0 diameter ring. Kind of funky, but that's how it is. But yeah, actually the Vaseline helped a lot. Where it actually got applied, it helped a lot. This is good. This is good. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I like it. Okay, see, this feels pretty nice. This actually feels really good. With the slightly firmer in these rear tires. You know what might actually end up happening is these might turn into fronts, and then the other ones with the tuning rings in might turn into rears. That might be what happens, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might. That might be what ends up happening. Now, I get to get all my little spacers in place. Oh, yeah, I was talking about my splash. That's right. I was going on about that. Or I was about to, and then I got distracted. Big shock. But yeah, today I was actually working on that a little bit. Finally putting some new electronics in it after, you know, so many people complaining, oh, just put new electronics in it. Put new electronics. Stop wasting your time. Yeah, I know. Like, that wasn't really the point of the project. Like, the point was to use stock electronics, as you guys know. But, I ended up using the electronics from, or I'm going to use the electronics from my Yeti in it. So that's basically a Castle Sidewinder 3 that got rebranded for Axial, and a 3150 kV 4-pole motor. I don't know. I don't know if Castle also made the Vanguard motors for Axial or not. That's something I don't know. Do you guys know? All right, have a good one, Thompson. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope to see you soon. But yeah, so I'm going to be using the Axial Vanguard stuff out of my Yeti for the splash because it's still a set of stock electronics, and I know that they're better than the Vaseline setup, and they should still get plenty hot enough to need cooling, and they're doing nothing. And I don't know what, like, I don't think I would put the Vanguard stuff into like a custom build of mine. I just, like, it's not good enough, you know? Like, I would get a Castle ESC and motor. I mean, it is a Castle ESC, I guess, but I don't know. I would just get something more attuned to what I was building instead of using something that I already had, if that makes sense. Even though I could have totally used something that I already had. But, like, my thought process is like, okay, I'm just gonna be hanging on to this motor ESC combo for years. Like, I'm never actually going to think, oh, I'm gonna put it in something. I'm just gonna be hanging on to it, right? So the splash was kind of a perfect resting place for that combo, which is cool. So, because I'm switching motors and ESCs, I need to make a new water jacket for the motor because it's slightly longer. I could probably use the one that I already made, but I want to make another. Come on. So I'm going to do that. Got a little bit more material to do that with, and then I also today made a water block for the ESC because the old water block, or at least the red one that I had on the Vaseline system, that one was too wide. It would not fit between the motor connectors and the and the little, like, capacitor bank that's on them. So I made a new water block for it today, and it turned out pretty good. I should have designed things a little bit more differently. Whenever I design stuff, it seems like I tend to make my tolerances a little bit too tight in terms of, like, spacing between, like, a screw hole and something that can't accidentally be drilled into, kind of thing. Like, I need to be a little bit more careful about that, but yeah, it turned out good though. It turned out good. I'll probably post a picture of it on Instagram later, so you guys can take a look at that at some point later on. I'm sure I'll post a picture on I'll probably also post a picture on Discord. Tron Man, too late for that. I've already got plenty of copper and aluminum in the systems together. But I'm using automotive coolant, so I don't know if that's going to change anything. I don't know. I don't know if, because like I know that what you use in computers is not what you use in a car. Like I'm using legit automotive coolant in my splash, so I don't know if it would have excessive corrosion, but I mean, I wouldn't think so because I'm using the pink Toyota coolant, and Toyotas have aluminum blocks and aluminum heads, like aluminum freaking everything, so it's probably fine. Yeah, I mean, at the least it'll be better. I'm not sure what stuff goes in computers, I don't know. Yeah, aardvark in the short term. I mean, you know, we have cars come in that with coolant that hasn't been changed in, you know, 7, 8 years, right? And it's obviously fine. So, I should be fine. Nosy. New diff case I've played, and I'm wondering if I can make shims from drink can to keep Axel from having flopped in the diff cases. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely could. You could definitely beer can it. That's a term for using a soda can as a shim, called beer canning it. Okay. That one actually bolted up pretty darn well. I think we're getting the hang of this. I think we're getting the hang of it. Well, I mean, yeah, they are kind of bad for rubber. But also, like, I don't know how much, like, real rubber these tires are. I mean, it sounds kind of stupid, I guess, but, like, I don't remember if it was my boyfriend and my dad and I were talking about, like, tire compounds. I think it was my boyfriend and I. Like, these tires that we use have got to be a very large percent silicone. Because of just how stiff they are. Or not stiff, sorry, like just how sticky and soft they are. So, like, they've got to be a really high percentage of silicone. I don't know how petroleum products affect silicone. Yeah, beats me. Someone else would have to tell me. Really, aardvark? I have no comment on that. I have no comment. Okay, here's the question for you guys, actually. Does this time for streaming work better for you guys in general? Like, is this a good time for me to be streaming? Hey, George. I hope you're doing well. You're having a good Saturday, good Easter weekend. I'm just getting some new tires bolted up for my MOA currently. The reason I ask about whether or not this is a good time for me to stream is because in the past, Sundays are preferred. Okay, good time, good time. Yeah, the only reason I didn't do it on Sunday this week was because of Easter. Like, tomorrow's Easter, so I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people not on YouTube, or at least shouldn't be on YouTube, right? It should be out spending time with your family and stuff. So that's the only reason I didn't do it tomorrow. But otherwise, that's good. That's good. Because like it seemed like I did some earlier streams like a couple weeks ago, and I started around like 3 in the afternoon instead of like 4:30 or 5. And it seemed like the first hour, hour and a half was like really slow, comparatively to like the later half. So I'm just thinking that like this is probably a better time to stream for people, because like we've had 15 like in the teens of viewers almost this whole time, which is like really good. I don't want to think about that. Guys, I don't want to think about that. Come on. Oh. Dear God. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I figure most people at this time of day, you know, like, you're home from your afternoon activities, you're chilling out, sitting down to, you know, just relax a bit before dinner, or, you know, while you have dinner or whatnot. Okay. Sounds good, Carl. Just let me know. Curtis, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I hope things are going well for you wherever you're from. Hope you're having a good day, good weekend, all that jazz. Just stuffing on some new tires for my MOA. Okay, I'll take a look, Carl. Yeah, let me get this foam stuffed in. That's the spirit, Curtis. Hell yeah. Compounds do I prefer? These are the J Concepts green compound, which is like the super duper extra sticky. Winning tire for, or winning combo for get tire on rim is to get 2 sets of standoff posts opposite each other started, take the other 4 out, get those 2 started to hold the bead down, and then just like squish the rest of the bits on. That seems to work pretty good. I need a rag. There's a rag kicking around here somewhere. Here it is. So I don't know how many of you guys saw. Okay. No worries, Carl. I don't know how many of you guys saw my Instagram story last week about my motor dyno working, finally. It no longer works. Yeah. Very frustrating. Very frustrating, very annoying. That is something that I have been working on for so long, and just slow going. I have some ideas. I'm not completely like out of directions to go on it yet, but yeah, unfortunately that does not work as spectacularly as it once did, which is very unfortunate. I remember reading about the Vaseline trick a long time ago, on RC Crawler, I think it was. And I thought it was kind of funny, like, ew, Vaseline, like, seems like it would make a mess. but here I am. Just a little bit. So yeah, motor dyno, a little unfortunate, but I'm working on it. Jeez. Is used condoms really going to be the joke of the night? Last time it was looking in people's drawers. This time it's used condoms for tires. Good God. What has the internet turned to? I'm glad you really liked the Le Mans rebuild there, George. Really glad you liked it. Mike, did you enjoy it as well? If you're still here. I definitely had a fun time making it, though, for sure. That was a fun video to make. It turned out awesome, and yeah, just turned out so nice, so nice. Good, Mike, good. Glad you also enjoyed it. Okie dokie. Leave a comment in the Le Mans video. Okay. Okay, sounds good, Mike. Sounds good. Yeah, no worries at all. You know what's funny, actually, is after I did that rebuild, last night I was bored and I was, okay, this is a very roundabout story here, but one of my studio lights, one of these guys, stopped working. Really annoying, don't know why. I took it apart real quick, see if there was anything obvious. I found a burnt cap, so I replaced that. Still didn't work, threw it away. And I was like, well, okay. I was just kind of like relaxed, sort of bored, not really, but just like, you know, chilling out. Wanted to do something, but nothing too like, you know, mentally taxing. And so I cleaned up all of my spare brush hoods that I have in my motor box, and turns out I actually have a Le Mans end bell in there. Yeah, it's so funny. Like, you know, when I got them, like I had gotten that little, like, it was some little lot on eBay of like extra brushed motor parts, right? So I was just like, yeah, got some extra parts, some heat sinks, some of this, some of that, you know, whatever. And now that I did the Le Mans rebuild, I actually identified that I have a Le Mans end bell. Pretty cool, right? Funny. It's not in the greatest of condition, but that's alright. But I am glad that there are people that enjoy the motor rebuilds, because I know it's not a very, like, it's a very niche thing. Yeah, the posts on the Le Mans are different. The way that the end bell is held to the can is different. All that stuff. Like, I learned a lot. That was really cool. Very cool indeed. Miss 18 RC Sun. Okay, cool. Sounds good, Carl. Sounds good. Let me see if I can get this other... Oh, jeez. Wheel started. Don't know if it's gonna happen, though, but I'm gonna do my darndest. Try and get this thing started, and then I'll check my Instagram messages. Nope, wrong one. Oh, well, shit, that bead's not even in there. Rawr! It's not even in. Fuck. Alright, in we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured that some of them probably, like, I'm sure that, I figured that they had to have probably made something adjustable for the modified class, but I wasn't really sure. Like, that's just not my forte. Yeah, that would be sweet to get that going again, George. Okay, outside is good. This side is not. Why? Come on, in you go. Yeah, sort of kind of good enough. See how that goes for the moment. Let me get this bead in and then I'll take a break for a second and look at my take a look at my Instagram messages. When I had my pair of Emaxes way back in the day for my Emax 8x8 that I tried to build when I was a little kid, they were the like old 3906 Emaxes. And they had Novakia Cs in them. I don't remember what kind they were, but yeah. Oh really, Lutalk? That's cool. That's awesome. That's really neat. It's really cool that I can also bring people together that are like familiar with similar old stuff. Like, I think that's really cool. Okay, beads are seated on this one. Let me look at that drawing you did there, Carl. Ugh. Oops. Don't mind me kicking back for a moment. I got a kink in my neck anyways too from this. So let's see here. Bob didn't want to do it, but I convinced him. It's just 4.5 motors. 1.5 turn and 2.5 turn? Is that, am I reading that right, Lutalk? Because if so, holy crap. My gosh. I would love to see that. How big was the wire on that? Shoot, yeah, man, if it's 1.5 turn, like 1.5 or 18,000 kV. Oh my god. That is insane, dude. What gauge of wire is on that? Shoot, 1.5? That's... $240 amp ESC, dude. Oh my god, that is wild. That is wild. Good god, that is just freaking ridiculous. I think I talked about this on another stream, but I don't know how often you guys are on eBay searching for vintage RC stuff, but unfortunately I'm on eBay searching for vintage RC stuff a little too much. But there is a user on there, like Irish pub something something or other. I don't remember his account name, but he has an entire, like, a collection of, like, I think he said every single Trinity battery charger, motor tester, motor dyno, like every single one. I mean, like, he must have had 40 of the darn things, like, on a wall, like, crazy. Crazy collection. Everything is, like, brand new condition. It's crazy. It would definitely be cool to get into some of the older ESCs. I don't really know anything about them though. Like, I don't really know what's super good. No, Carl, with requests, with like message requests on Instagram, it won't send a photo. So just send it again and then it'll go through. Sorry about that. It's just like a, I don't know, it's just like a privacy thing that Instagram does. So like if someone's like trying to scam you or something and like send you nudes or something like that, then you don't see it. Okay. The initial bead seat is tricky on these, but after that, it's smooth sailing. We're doing pretty good here, guys. Just heard my phone buzz, so I'll take a look at that here momentarily. Take two. For my splash project with the heatsink, or not heatsink, water block, it's basically heatsink, that I made today, I actually drew it out on paper, which, like, I know a lot of you guys are probably used to me doing my designs like on the computer, and that's good for some stuff. Like if I know that I'm going to be doing CNC on something, like I'll take the time to do it on the computer. But sometimes just having a good old-fashioned drawing is nice too. Plus, like, I have a weird affinity for notebooks and filled notebooks. Like, I feel like looking through a project notebook is like looking through like a story. Looking through a very extravagant picture book that tells a story. because like I have drawings from, you know, however many years ago that I did, and looking back, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Or like, you remember the times when you were doing certain things, and it's just cool. I like having actual like paper drawings sometimes too. I'm sure some of you guys probably watch Adam Savage's Tested. If you've ever seen some of his drawings and his notebooks, oh man, those are like the epitome of beautiful notebook drawings. Oh my god. So pretty, so neat and organized, and everything is like, it's like its own little art piece. Just beautiful, very, very beautiful. I have a few pages that are like on par with that, where like every time I flip to it, it's like, oh, that's a nice set of drawings. That's a nice set of drawings. Is my notebook even in here? 'Cause there's one I would show you guys, but I think my notebook is out in the garage still from earlier today. That's funny. Yeah, some days I prefer it, like, just depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes I prefer the CAD, some days I prefer pen and paper. What piston is that engine out, or is that out of? I wanna say, I don't know, it's nothing I worked on, it's something my boyfriend worked on. I think he said this was out of a MX-15? Because I think the other ones that I have for my vehicle stands are out of an MX-13 PACCAR engine from a semi-truck. Pretty sure. Yeah, it is indeed a diesel engine piston. Thanks for the information there, Aardvark. Thanks for the info. I'm sure everyone else was just dying to know. Thank you, man. No, seriously, you're absolutely killing it. I appreciate it so much. Oh, the random things that mechanics will drag home at the end of the day. For example, last week, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember where it was, I dragged home an old battery tester. An old, I don't remember the actual brand of it, but it's a Cornwell battery tester. It supposedly doesn't work. Guessing there's something wrong with the motherboard in it, or I don't know what. But I dragged it home because I was like, well, you know what? Hang on a minute. This thing is basically an ammeter, a voltmeter, and a variable load of a sort, like some sort of variable load. So I was like, oh, maybe I could use this and somehow incorporate it into my motor dyno, or like make a motor dyno out of it. So yeah, that's why I dragged home, that's what I dragged home most recently from work. I have an RS2. What's an RS2? Like, what kind of engine is that, or what's it, what type of vehicle does said RS2 go into, Carl? Okay. Woo! Success! Wheel number 3 is mounted up. Oh, that's a little ugly. That's a little ugly. False alarm, false alarm. Hang on a sec. What is YouTube yelling at me about now? It's fine. Jeez. Okay, now we can celebrate. Woo! For another tire. Yeah, see, I think that this is going to be the ticket for the front, to be honest with you. I think that's the ticket. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, really? Oh, that would be so cool. That would actually be so cool. Carl, I'm looking at your drawing. I gotta be honest, I don't quite understand it. Oh. Yeah, sorry man, I gotta be honest, I don't quite understand it. "36 inches in diameter? Oh my god, that is huge. That would be incredible to see. Okay, let's get these other two tires bolted up onto the MOA here and see what these feel like. 'Cause depending on how this feels, I might change how I do my next front one. I do really enjoy trains though. Like freight trains and all that, just like so badass. There's a train tunnel near my house. Well, not near my house really, but like nearby sort of ish. That my boyfriend and I like to go up and sit in sometimes and wait for a train to come by. There's like a little cutout in the wall, like probably 2 feet deep, that you can stand in as a train goes past. Scary as hell, but also just like such an adrenaline rush having a freight train going past you in a pitch black tunnel, like right in front of your freaking face. It's so much fun. I'm sure I have a very strange definition of fun, but that is seriously another experience. The first time it happened, we were just like walking through the tunnel, because it's not that long. It was probably half a mile long, if that. Where did that screw just go? My screw legitimately just disappeared. What? Oh, it's right there. Duh. Stupid. Yeah, the first time it happened, like, we were just walking through the tunnel, and, like, we heard the rails start singing, and it was an Amtrak train, so, like, it was coming pretty fast, and, like, thankfully we were, like, pretty close to one of the cutouts, but, like, the pressure of the train coming through the tunnel, like, made our ears pop. It was wild. It was so wild. But just to have a friggin' train, like, going past your face that you could practically reach out and touch is just something else. But anyway, enough about that. More about tires. So, I feel like that's got decent squish. Not terrible. About side hill. Actually, these might be about right for the back, to be honest. These do feel just a little bit too soft in the front, though. I'm a little worried, but no way to know until I try it, to be honest. So, about this. That is very, sorry, I'm totally getting my hands and stuff all up in the camera right now. I don't mind the super soft outside of these. I don't necessarily mind that. But I almost wonder if I would want something stiffer as the second stage, you know, like it's still really soft when it hits the second stage. Like I wonder if I would want something maybe a smidge stiffer. I'm not sure though. I'm not quite sure. Alright, you know what? For now, I'm just gonna roll with it. Oh gosh. Yeah, I saw that too. The little shimmy shake that I did with it. Yeah, I thought the exact same thing, and I hate that I did, but I did. OEM foams? I could do something with these because they are so stiff. That did cross my mind, and I might, but I'm not sure. My signature move, doing the little shimmy shake. But yeah, there will definitely be another crawling video coming out of this thing soon. Oh gosh. Yeah, there will definitely be a video coming out of this again soon. I don't know if it's going to necessarily be a tire test video, but I'm just going to spend some time driving it. I mean, I will make a video with it, with the new tires, and just see how they perform. But then once I decide which ones I'm going to make into cut-n-shuts, I will make a proper video about making those tires and discussing the pros and cons of each one and like all that stuff. Like when I go to make the cut-n-shut tire video, I will do a more in-depth analysis of the two tires. But I still have, I think, I have one more video of this thing crawling on the on the Hyraxxes tires. I've still got one more video of that to upload. Not sure when that's gonna go up. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure when that'll go up. Okay, sounds good, Carl. That would really help. That would really, really help. I'm a very, like, I gotta see things, you know, like, drawings work sometimes, but not always, so, thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm looking forward to doing, those cut-and-shut tires. It's gonna be a lot of work. Like, it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be at least probably 2 streams worth of work to get those tires put together. Obviously, I'll show some of it for, you know, the official video, but a lot of it is going to get streamed, and that's going to be a lot of work. Cutting, gluing, holding. Oops, sorry. Do they get out of balance? Not really, no. I mean, yes and no. I'm sure they could get out of balance, per se, but not out of balance to the point that you would have issues like you would have balance issues in a real car. Because, I mean, they're crawler tires. Like, you're going slow, you're going over rocks, you're getting all squishy, you know, that sort of thing. But, like, as long as you do it right, ideally you shouldn't have issues with anything like that. Like, as long as you get everything, like, glued up nice and evenly and all that jazz, like, as long as you get that right, from what I've seen and heard online and stuff, as long as you get that right, you should be alright. Because, like I said, they're just crawler tires. They're not race tires, you know? They don't need that, you know, standard of performance. Yeah, yeah, you make a good point. I think it is more difficult for that outcome to occur than you might think. But I don't know, because I don't know either. I just know from what I've seen online, and that makes me by no means an expert, so until I do it, I will not know. But I will make sure and let you all know what happens. But see, the way that I'm planning on doing it, I guess I never really explained how I'm gonna do them. So I'm gonna do them differently than the way that other people do cut-and-shuts. So normally what happens when people do a cut-and-shut tire is, oh my god, wait, did I miss a screw? Nope, these are just freaking almost glued on. And the C-clamps were basically useless, I guess. So the way that cut-and-shut tires are normally done is you cut the sidewall, like you cut, here, hang on, uno momento, give me a second here, and I'll demonstrate. Geez, twin 3.5 turn. You guys are talking crazy talk tonight. Okay. So normally what happens when someone does a cut and shut tire is they will cut the tread that they want off of a tire by cutting the sidewall. So then you end up with basically a C-channel shaped bit with tread on the back. So you end up with like this much sidewall and your tread. And then that they take and they glue onto a bigger diameter, or they then take and cut that same diameter out of something with a larger sidewall. They then cut the tread off of a larger tire and wrap that C-shaped bit that they cut off of the desired treaded tire around that. And it's not going to come all the way around, so I have to take multiple and like cut and splice them together. If that even makes sense. If it doesn't, just go and watch some videos. There's plenty of them. The way I'm doing it though, however, is going to be different. And hopefully right. So the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to split it in the middle. So it's easier to sand in this one. It's easier to show on the Hyraxx here because it's got nice 4 rows of lugs. So what I would do with the Hyraxx here is I would cut out the center 2 rows and leave the sidewalls and corner lugs. And then put my ibex tread in the middle. I may cut them, but I may also cut and sand the lugs off and then glue the ibex tread on, because the ibex is like the total thickness of the ibex tread, including like what it's including the base layer, I guess I'll call it, is thinner than the Hyraxxes, right? So I'm gonna have my sidewall lugs, or my corner edge lugs this high, but my center of the tire will be really low, and I don't want that. I want the ibex to be up, level or even slightly above the corner lugs. So, by cutting and sanding some of the lugs, or all the center lugs off of the Hyraxx, I could maybe achieve that evenness with the 2 tires. I don't know. I really have no idea. That's going to be a big experiment. Okay, get to wrestle this out of here. Ow. Is my stream quality still doing okay, guys? YouTube is telling me that it's not, but I don't believe that. Alright, have a good night, Aardvark. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for the donations, man. It really means a lot. Really, really means a lot. Have a good one. Dude, Aardvark, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, man. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's incredible. Big shout out to Aardvark Spleen tonight. And always. This guy is always just taking it to the next level. See, so who got a membership? We got the RC family, John Smith, Perspective Pro Gear, Brian Woodward, and Smokin'. got memberships. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the crew. For those of you that just got gifted a membership, my normal little perk deal is for being a member, you guys get early access to my content. So I will usually let my videos, like I'll have them up for a few days before I'll put them up like fully publicly, so you guys get a first look. So yeah, man, Aardvark's awesome. He's so freaking awesome. Okay. Put the goo on the ring. And get this thing squished together. Let's see, so what other videos? It's done. I've done it for a couple times. Okay. I'll have to take a look, because like I know that like as the channel, like because I'm the creator, like I know that I have a certain amount of memberships to give away on live streams. I haven't had the chance to look into like how to actually do that, if that makes sense. I'm a very like just do the basics kind of person. But yeah, I will definitely look into that so I can gift out some memberships to people. Okay, sounds good, Mike. I'm sure that's probably all it was, hopefully. It's like things should be good on my end. Not sure why they wouldn't be. I mean, it's a little, well, actually, I was gonna say it's a little rainy or stormy, but it's actually not. That would be a complete lie, because when I went to grab whatever it was I went to grab during the stream earlier, it was bright and sunny out. But it was rainy earlier, which was actually really nice. I wish I could have just like chilled out, stayed inside. Awesome, thanks Tron, man. That'd be awesome, I appreciate it. Yeah, Aardvark is super cool. Come and hang out on the Discord server if you have Discord or if you want to look into it. I know he's really active over there. I'm fairly active on Discord. I just kind of read and moderate a lot, but yeah, lots and lots of very friendly people on the Discord server. Lots of people with very good ideas, cool projects, good advice, tips, old, young, everyone in between. It's a great place to hang out. And honestly, I've thought about it, like I'm so grateful for how many just amazing, nice people have come together around my channel. That is just so awesome. It warms my heart to know that you guys enjoy my content and are inspired by my content as much as you are. And yeah. Okay, what's your username on Discord? I need to actually look through my members and see if there's anybody that I'm missing for the members only status. Because if you are on Discord, you also get like a little like members only tag by your name. So I'll have to go through and like, and that's the thing, like there's not an easy way to like figure that out, unfortunately, if someone's name is different. So it just kind of has to be a, like, by request and confirmation basis, you know? So, like, if you have a membership and you joined the Discord, and it's like, there's no way for me to know that you have a membership if you joined, if that makes sense. You have to, like, let me know that you did, and then, like, tell me what your YouTube username is, which obviously for you I know is Chonman, but like just so that I can like cross-reference and make sure that it's the same person, you know, like that's all. But I wish there was an automatic way to do that, but I don't think that there really is, unfortunately. I mean, I'm sure there probably is, but I don't know. That's probably a lot of... Okay, well, perfect. That works too. I'm sure there's probably some bot or something on there that you can set it up to do that automatically with, but whatever. I don't have time for that. Okay, there we go. I think we're making some progress. Making some progress on this one here. Slowly but surely. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this now. Next time I do this though, since I'm probably not going to do it on camera, I'm going to definitely cut these rings open, make them a little bigger. 100% going to do that. Weld a little extra piece in there. Which honestly will probably be in the cut-and-shut tire video. That's probably when that's going to happen. Yeah. So, I'll do it another time. But at least I kind of know the trick for now and what will help, and I also then know how to design them better in the future if I decide to make more 2.9 size wheels. The thing is too, I think that there's like 2.9 wheels are really new, like it's a really new thing. Like I know that it's 2.9, so they should all be 2.9, just like the 2.2s are all 2.2. Like, excuse me, I wonder if it's just like there's not quite as good of a standard yet, if that makes sense. Like a tolerance standard for the 2.9, like 2.9 plus or minus how much, like, you know, I wonder if there's not much of a good tolerance that's been established yet as for like what works for everything. Because like I know some wheels and tires do not go well together. I know that for a fact. And that's either by finding out the hard way, or yeah, the inside ring, Carl. Either by finding out the hard way or reading online that somebody else has complained about it. But yeah, definitely going to cut and make the inside ring smaller. Or, sorry, larger, not smaller. That would make this way worse. But this tire compound seems to be much nicer than the Hyraxxes to work with though, so that's nice. It's a little more pliable, a little more squeezable. That's looking good, except for this atrocity of a bulge. All right, get in there. Come on. Come on. My gosh. All right. It's like it's not quite even all the way around. Like there's too much tire on one side as compared to the other. Come on, my God. Yep, seems like that was it. Just a little too much tire on that side. Alright, now I should be able to hold this. Hold the bead in with my fingernails while I tighten the ring down. Alright. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking forward to continuing to work on the splash tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow I'm going to... I was thinking about working on it a little bit tonight on stream, but I'm not going to. This took way longer than I thought, and I'm really tired, so I'm not going to work on that anymore tonight, but I'm looking forward to working out tomorrow. I'm going to need to make a gasket for my new water block that I made, and make a new water jacket, and start reworking the plumbing, and figuring out how to mount the new ESC and stuff like that. So, yeah. Ow, that hurt. That is tomorrow's plan. That should be pretty good. I got a second pump also for the splash, which I might run, I might not. Kind of depends on how my testing goes tomorrow. But if things go well, I probably won't bother with it, and I'll just keep it as a backup in case the one that I use, like currently, decides to die, because crappy brushed motors, crappy, you know, like the little shitty toy motors, and dusty, dirty conditions do not go well together, so it would probably be good to just use it as a backup. But if it seems like I need more flow, I'll make a new motor mount, or a new pump mount. So yeah, I've got a drawing all set up for that. I'm kind of hoping that I don't need to make a new pump mount, but if I do, oh well, it's no big deal. Just another day of machining, no biggie. But yeah. And actually thinking about it, the reason that I was kind of thinking, oh yeah, this is way too soft, I swear. I mean, we're not gonna know till we try it, but I think this is way too soft. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, I'm hoping, or the reason I was thinking I might need a new pump, I think, was because of, I was using a 2S LiPo instead of a 3S, and the pump runs a lot better on 3S instead of 2. So I think that's part of it. I was just kind of mistaken. But I mean, having the extra flow. No, not at all, Carl. Go for it. That'd be awesome. We'd love to have you. The join link should be in the description of the stream. Down there with, you know, all the other junk. Yeah, I know you're a regular around here, so that'd be awesome to have you. I always love getting more people on Discord. Like, it's just, for a while, for like a long time, it was pretty slow because, you know, things take time to build up, you know, and so over time, once more people started joining, like, now there's conversation going on every day. Like, there's always new posts on there, which is awesome. GeoStealth, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Yep, I'm still doing my thing, man. Still doing my thing. Nothing crazy new here. Aside from, you know, crazy MOA build and water-cooled Hyraxxes / 4x4 and all that jazz, but, you know, aside from that, it's been the normal. How have you been, man? Which way does this need to go? Do you need to go? Which way? Which way? Up, down, left, right? I don't know. I don't know. That one's going, that's good. I do. It's in a bit of disrepair right now, unfortunately. But my boyfriend and I are thinking about getting it cleaned up and back going again for the summer this spring. So that's definitely going to be a little multi-part project for sure. Oh, that's awesome to hear you're back into it. Taking a break is always good. Taking a break is always good. Which is something that I probably should do here very soon. How long have we been streaming for even? Probably, well, it's a little after 8. Probably 2 hours? 2.5 hours? Something like that. Yeah, I think these front tires are gonna be way too soft, but we'll see. Just have to see. I think the next time we go out, I'll take the tuning rings, just so it's not a complete waste of a trip. But we'll see. So, yeah. 2 hours, 38 minutes. Well, not bad. Last time we went for 5. That was freaking ridiculous. That was great though. Like, we just kept on having conversation after conversation and kept on doing things. That was great. That's why I like streaming a lot. This is in my way. Screw. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Sounds good. I hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good Easter tomorrow if you celebrate Easter. So yeah, thanks for popping in. I'll have to stop by your channel one of these days as well and see what you're up to, GeoStealth. Happy Easter, and I'll talk to you later, man. I am so looking forward to just like chilling out tonight. My gosh. Just chill out with a little bit of TV. And some dinner probably. Yeah, dinner's probably a good idea, huh? Probably not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea. Probably also a good idea for dinner. I don't know what is for dinner for me though. That's the issue. All right, good night, Gio. But yeah, some chill out time and just freaking sleep sounds so nice right now. So freaking nice. I mean, I've been going pretty much non-stop since, like, shoot. Why does this not feel good? Why do you feel stuck? Cross-threaded? Oh, brother. That's not good. Yeah, I've been going pretty much non-stop since, like, 10 this morning? Pretty much. So yeah, I'm about due for a little break. Just working on videos. Oh, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time messing with that. Pliers. Okay, here we go again with my pliers. Oh man, my neck. But thankfully, haha. That's the fastest I think I've ever found my pliers on stream. Ta-da! Lovely. Now, which one is it? This one? Yeah, this one. One of these is being a little bit strange. Why do you be strange, my friend? Is that actually bottoming out in the friggin' thing? Yeah. Probably some ice. Honestly, just like to rest and relax would be good too. Is this bolt actually just bottoming out in there? Because if it is, I'm impressed. I think it might be actually, because I remember needing to use some longer screws, I think. Yeah, that is straight up bottoming out. Wow, okay. Screws. Screws, screws, screws. Perfect, that's the one. That's the one. I'm not sure if I'm digging this new screw box or not yet. I think I am, but I haven't used it enough yet to know. I've not used it enough yet to know, but tomorrow, I think I'm going to be using it quite a lot, because I have to mount up my new ESC, new old ESC, old new ESC, and make some mounts and brackets and stuff like that. And I am always digging through my screw box when I'm doing stuff like that. So tomorrow it will be put to the test to see if it is good enough for Crazy Brush Girl Erica. I seriously need a shirt with that on it, Crazy Brush Girl. I kind of keep forgetting about that little like alter ego nickname in my motor rebuild videos, but I need to go back to using it. Because it's funny. And I don't know how many other people do motor rebuilds quite like mine. I guess I've never really looked, I guess, but... Oh. Gosh dang it, Carl. Gosh dang it. Dry ice, yeah. Liquid nitrogen. Oh, jeez. Ay, ay, ay. You know, these super duper soft tires might be the trick to getting that crazy little hill climb crevice actually at the park near my house. Might be a trick. 68. Man, my dad sets ours on 65. And It's cold. Well, in my room, it's always very toasty warm, especially if I'm filming, because I have my lights on, my computer on, my monitors are on, like, all that stuff is on, and so my room stays nice and warm. But the rest of the house is like 60. I swear to God. Like, our house is extremely drafty because it's old, and we still have a lot of single pane windows out in the front area. Like, the bedrooms are redone, but the rest of the house is mostly single pane, so it gets really freaking cold, and it's poorly insulated. Yeah, this thing's got huge tires. It's so funny, like, working on this and driving this and then going back to, like, my SCX or my Shafty is just like, what even is this? This is a toy. Like, I went back to driving my Shafty a little bit. I'm like, man, this is so different. It's unbelievable. And honestly, I'm out of practice with my Shafty. That's something that I haven't really considered, but, like, I'm actually a bit out of practice with it because I haven't driven it in so long, and I'm kind of been, like, more used to this right now just because of you know, this is like what I've been working on, kind of my little project child right now. But yeah, like, you kind of get out of practice after a while because you forget how the suspension moves a little bit. You forget how, you know, like on that rig, the torque twist affects it. You know, how much angle will kill you and how much won't with the torque twist and all that. Like, you lose the ability to be able to predict the rig, which is really important, I feel. What kind of shocks and springs do you run? On which rig, Nosy? On this one? On the MOA? Well, shoot, I can just tell you what I run on everything. On the MOA and on my Shafty, I run the same thing. They are Traxxas big bore shocks. On my Shafty, I think they're extra long. Okay. On the Shafty, they're, I believe, the extra longs. And I think on the MOA, they're just extra long. But I don't remember. They're the Traxxas big bores for the T&E Max. With low-C mini T-springs. And I think these are DravTech spring cups, as I recall. Yeah, I think they are. And they're cap modded. So that's what I run on my comp rigs. Cap modded, big bores with low-C mini T-springs. Great setup. They don't really leak, especially if you run them upside down. Like, shoot, the ones on my Shafty, there's never any leaky oil mess, ever. And I mean, those shocks have been built for years now, man. Because I run them upside down, so you never really have that problem. As long as you, as long as when you do the cap mod, you seal up the threaded hole real good. And then on my SDX10, I run G-Made XD piggyback shocks, which I love. I love those shocks. They are very, very, very nice. If I found some dual rate springs for them, or like found some dual rate springs that would work, they'd be even better. Like, I love them because they're very smooth, very plush. They don't really leak very much. I mean, all shocks eventually will leak out a little bit, but like, those have been really good for me. And the reservoir is actually adjustable and actually does what you want it to. Like when I haul a trailer with my SCX-10, I up the cylinder pressure in the rear shocks a bunch. Like I just crank the screw all the way in so it runs maximum pressure, so that the rear end doesn't droop too low. Speaking of shock springs, can you get variable rate springs or are they constant rate? Yes, you can. They're not, I don't think they're terribly common. But for example, this guy right here. That'll focus, please. Thank you. Maybe. Yes, no. That right there, dual rate spring. These came on, I think, an old Slash or something like that. I don't know. I think they came from my boyfriend. But you can get dual rate springs. If it was me, I would prefer having two separate springs to play with. For example, like the Proline Power Strokes, they have a separate spring on the top. And the Power Strokes actually work really, really good. Like their dual rate function is really good. I need to find something to run these on though. I've got a whole set of 4 of them, and I got from my dad. I haven't done anything with them. I've even got a whole set of adjustment springs for them too. I just haven't used them. But Power Strokes are killer shocks. I know those are the ones that everyone rants and raves about, but they are very good. Yeah, sure thing, Mike. Let's see. Nosy, you want to lower your Everest and get high clearance links. Shocks and clues. So, what would be more beneficial? Nosy, you're talking about what would be more beneficial. Let's see, you're saying, so are you asking between the piggybacks that I run on my SCX-10 and these ones, the modded big bores? Are those the two you're asking to compare between? Some people do run just shocks and no springs. I don't know how I feel about that. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know. I don't think it's a very good idea, but I can't knock it till I've tried it. And I have not tried it, so I'm not gonna knock it. On some really light rigs though, I have seen people run just shocks. Like some of the like really, really... Oh, shock length. Did I totally miss that? I probably totally missed that. Beneficial in length. I mean, that's okay, that's okay. I mean, let's see, I would say don't go too far away from stock. Like if your goal is to get better crawling performance out of it, like actual performance in terms of like maneuvering and climbing and stuff like that, I would maybe go slightly shorter than stock, like stock or slightly shorter, because then you're lowering it a little bit, so you're lowering your center of gravity, Building as a trail rig with capability of crawling. Okay, that helps a lot also to know what you're building it for. So with that in mind, I would probably go with, you know what, I don't even, let me look at what an Everest looks like, so I don't remember. I can't keep track of all the different rigs out there. It's just, I have so much other crap up in my head. I think it kind of looks like an AX10, doesn't it? If my freaking phone would work for me here. Come on. Oh, my phone's being a pain. Why? Come on. Red Cat, Everest, 10. Okay, yeah, so it is like an AX10. If you're building it to be a trail rig, I would, if it was me, I would probably go one size down. So I don't know how long the shocks are on it to begin with. Oh, they look pretty long actually. And it looks like it's got no shortage of articulation. So I would probably go with, let's see, those look like they're probably 120 millimeters. Hard to tell. So I would probably go like 10 millimeters shorter. That's probably what I would do if you're building it to be a trail rig, because you don't need it to be that high up for a trail rig. That, like, if the primary use is trail and the secondary is crawling, then go shorter. 90 millimeters? Again, it's hard to tell how long the stock shocks are. Shock length, let's see here. What do they say? So stock is 120, according to the wondrous glowing brick. So, okay, if those are 120, how long are the ones that I run on this? That's inches. These are 105, or sorry, wait. These are 110 on this. So I would probably run, if I could find a, not below 100, but somewhere like between 100 and 110, I think is probably what I would do if I was you. Somewhere in that range. I think 105 might be pretty good. Also, since you did say that you're doing high clearance links on it, that then helps your clearance reduction, right? Because if you shorten your shocks, you're gonna drop your chassis down and, you know, lose a little bit of ground clearance. But if you have your high clearance links, that's also gonna kind of help counteract that a little bit. You know, your center skid can only go down so low, obviously. Or like you've only got so much room to work with because of your center skid, of course. But I don't know what kind of fabrication capabilities you have, Nosy, but you could, it looks like, you could maybe raise your center skid plate up a bit. I mean, I guess that doesn't really help a whole lot with your center of gravity. You know, you're lowering it, but then raising the bulk of your weight back up. Yada yada. But you could raise the center skid plate after you put shorter shocks on it. Because right now the way it is, I'm just looking at stock pictures online, by the way, so I'm not actually looking at yours, but right now, actually a great demonstration of this, of what I'm trying to say, would be this chassis. This is basically almost exactly the same as the chassis on your Everest 10. Okay, cool. So your shock relocators may also give you some adjustability with your ride height. But basically, if you raised up your center skid plate, you lessen the distance between where your shocks mount and where your lower links mount. So if you bring, let me get this thing out of the way. So if you my brain is starting to go to shit. When you lower it, your links are going to get flatter, but to get some of that clearance back, you could move your center skid plate back up, you know? It's like, right now your links are somewhat like that. When you shorten your shocks, it's going to come down a little more level. And then if you brought the center skid plate back up maybe half that distance that it dropped, might be pretty good. I'm not sure. Basically what I'm trying to get at is just to maybe find some compromise between ride height, shock length, and link angle. Just trying to find a compromise there. Carl, I think you said you joined Discord, right? Nosy's also on Discord, so you could just show on there if you wanted. My boyfriend told me that this piston is actually, this is way too late. He texted me like an hour ago. But he said this piston is actually out of an ISL 9 Cummins. It probably freaking says Cummins on here somewhere, and I'm just a freaking idiot. I'll bet you it does. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that this has to say Cummins on it somewhere, right? Well, nope, okay. I feel slightly better now about getting this completely wrong. I feel slightly better. I see no indicator. Yep, no clue. Okay, good. I feel slightly less stupid now. But yes, very cool desk piece for sure. I use this as my little screwdriver holder. You can use it for pens and pencils and whatnot too if you wanted. But it works pretty good. But anyway, guys, my brain is not working anymore. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my thinking ability is slowing down here, so I'm going to clean up, I think, and go get myself some dinner. Don't know what's on the menu for tonight, so I'm sorry I don't have any food to share with you guys, but yeah. These can go back out in the garage. I guess these can go with my box of stuff for tomorrow, because this is all probably going back out in the garage. Rag on here. Goes up there. This little spatula thingy off. I need to find a place for these tires also. Actually, I can put them in one of my tire bags. Yeah. So at work, whenever I do power steering hoses, or AC lines also, they come in these nice, big, long, tall Ziploc bags. And they are great for storing tires in. I mean, look at this. That's one big Ziploc bag. Yeah. So I always snag these when I get a chance, if they're clean and not torn, to put tires in. Like, super long bags, just stack up some tires. You can hang them up because they got holes in them too. Like, they're awesome. Freaking awesome. Stupid little thing, but they work great. So let's see if I can find one that these tires will fit in. That looks pretty good. Okay. That's a matter of figuring out which way they fit as well. I'm gonna fit this way. Not really. This, oh, I think these are gonna be sideways. Come on, get in there. Oh, is this not gonna flop down nicely sideways? Come on. Ah, dang it, moved it the wrong way. There we go. That kind of works good enough. Yeah, I know, struggle is real. I think should be a perfect bag for him. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Bottom one's a little squished, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm also probably totally blowing you guys' ears out with this freaking bag. Okay, shoot, Carl, shoot. I'll stay on to hear your story and then I'm out of here. But look at that. Perfect tire storage. Like, keeps things clean, organized. These bags have holes in them, so you can just go like that and pushes all the air out and you're good to go. Best way to store RC tires I have ever found. Of course, now the big question is where the hell these are gonna go? I don't know. For now, they're gonna go right there, I guess. That works for me, so. Awesome. This looks great. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Apologies for me being in and out of frame. Just cleaning up. Isn't that Axial 123 where I'm asking where I could get a bumper sticker and it said Axial? Huh? I'm confused. Maybe my mind is just not comprehending, but... Okay. Vaseline can go back where it came from. Okay. What? 50 bucks? That's ridiculous for a sticker. That is just ridiculous. Nosy, thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed them, and I'm glad that you find my my ramblings helpful. Like I do my best to I do my best to help people out where I can. I know at some point the chats will probably be going a little too crazy to really do it the same way that I do now, but I suppose at that point maybe I could do like, if you're on Discord or something, like ask me your questions and I'll talk about it on stream or whatever. But anyway guys, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Actually, I'm not really hungry, but I'm tired. I need to go eat. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Got some new tires on. Can't wait to go out and try these out. These are gonna be awesome. Hope these work out good. Fronts, like I said, feel a little soft. Think I'm gonna need to put the tuning rings in, but meh, we'll deal with that later. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a big fat thumbs up. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at high49_RC. Head over to my Discord just like Carl did today. And let's see, what else? Support me on Patreon also, if you prefer that way over becoming a channel member. And yeah. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. 50 bucks for a bumper sticker for an RC? That's freaking crazy talk, man. Are you kidding me? Like, that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Straight up, hands down. That's just BS. I don't know what that person was thinking. They're crazy. Straight up crazy. So I got stuff everywhere. I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put it. I don't know what to do with it. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, it's gonna just get chucked in here for right now. That's where it's gonna live. Alright. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see y'all in the next one. Hope you guys have a great night. Happy Easter also. And yeah. Toodles.